A Harry and Emily adventure. Dear Tooth Fairy. Dear Tooth Fairy. Contents are in this book. Emily's big news. A very loose tooth. Apples, peanut butter and cookies. The Tooth Fairy. Perfect treasures. Emily's big news. Emily's tooth did not feel right. It was a bottom tooth. It was on the right side. When she touched her tooth, it jiggled. She ran to her big brother, Harry. Look, she said. She opened her mouth wide. I don't see anything, said Harry. Emily jiggled her tooth. You have a loose tooth, said Harry. It's my first loose tooth, said Emily. Let's tell Mom and Dad, said Harry. They ran downstairs to tell Emily's news. What happens when my mouth falls out? Asked Emily. The Tooth Fairy comes while you are asleep, said Harry. When you go to bed, put the tooth under your pillow. The Tooth Fairy will take it. She will leave a treasure in its place. I can't wait to see her. She must be very pretty, said Emily. You can't see her, said Harry. You will be asleep when she comes. We will see, said Emily. A very loose tooth. Emily wanted the Tooth Fairy to know about her loose tooth. So she wrote her a letter. She wrote down her address. Dear Tooth Fairy, my tooth is loose. Get ready. From your friend, Emily. P.S. I like all kinds of treasures. She wanted the Tooth Fairy to find the right house. She drew a picture of herself. Now the Tooth Fairy would know what she looked like. Emily wrote to the Tooth Fairy every day. The next day, she wrote, Dear Tooth Fairy, my tooth will fall out soon. I like bracelets and rings. From your friend Emily. P.S. Pink and green are my favorite colors. The next day she wrote, Dear Tooth Fairy, my tooth is nearly out. I like magic wands and fairy wings. From your friend Emily. P.S. I also like unicorns. Every day, Emily's tooth get looser and looser. She helped by ziggling it whenever she could. Finally, Emily knew her tooth was ready to fall out. She wrote to Tooth Fairy, Dear Tooth Fairy, tonight is the night. My tooth will fall out today. I hope you are ready with my treasure. From your friend Emily. P.S. How will I know it is you? What do you look like? Emily waited all day for her tooth to fall out. She wiggled it, she jiggled it. The tooth would not come out. What will I do if the Tooth Fairy comes tonight? She asked Harry. I hope the Tooth Fairy does not get mad. Apples, peanut butter and cookies. Emily had to get her tooth out. Harry said, Why don't you eat an apple? Yuck, said Emily. She did not like apples, but she did not want that tooth to stay in. She bit into 3 apples. But her tooth moved out of the way each time. Try some peanut butter, said Harry. Emily ate a peanut butter and honey sandwich. It was yummy, but it did not help one bit. Maybe cookies would help, said Emily. She ate four, but that tooth would not come out. Before bed, Harry and Emily's mother read them a story. Emily jiggled her tooth the whole time. Then Harry and Emily had hot chocolate. Emily bit into the marshmallow. Pop! It pulled her tooth right out. Hooray for marshmallows, said Emily. Dear father put Emily's tooth in a little treasure box. Emily put the box under her pillow. Then she brushed her other teeth. Then she got into the bed. Tooth Fairy. Emily reached under her pillow. She checked on her tooth. She closed her eyes. She counted sheep. She counted bunnies. She even counted frogs. But she just could not sleep. Then she heard tapping. Maybe the Tooth Fairy was tapping on the window. Emily ran over to see. But there was no Tooth Fairy. The pouring rain was tapping. Oh no, said Emily. What if it is too rainy for the Tooth Fairy? What if she does not come? Emily woke up Harry. What's the matter? He asked. It's raining, said Emily. What if the Tooth Fairy doesn't want to come out in the rain? Don't worry, said Harry. She probably has an umbrella. Just then there was a loud clap of thunder. Oh no, said Emily. What if the Tooth Fairy is afraid of thunder? She might not come. The Tooth Fairy will come, said Harry. But if you have to be asleep, she will not come. If you are awake. Emily went back to her room. She got into bed. She snuggled way down under her blanket. She tried as hard as she could to fall asleep. Perfect treasures. The next morning, when Emily woke up, the sun was shining. She remembered about her tooth. She reached under her pillow. The treasure box was still there. There was also a note. It said Emily on it. She opened it up and read it. Dear Emily, thank you for the tooth. I hope you like your treasures. Here is my picture from the Tooth Fairy. There was a pretty picture of the Tooth Fairy just for Emily. The Tooth Fairy had green fairy wings. She had a magic wand. Emily opened the treasure box. Her tooth was gone. In its place were a ring and a bracelet. They were pink and green. They had unicorns on them. They were perfect. Emily put on her ring and bracelet. She went to show Harry. Now I know what the Tooth Fairy looks like, said Emily. She's very pretty. How do you know? Asked Harry. She gave me an extra special treasure, said Emily. And Emily showed Harry her picture. Next time the Tooth Fairy comes, I will stay awake, said Emily. I want to thank her for my treasures. You will have to wait for another loose tooth, said Harry. I'm sure I will have one soon, said Emily. And she went to get the marshmallows just in case.